Hey everyone. So, have you ever been in that spot where you need cash and you need it fast, but the last thing you want to do is sell something you really care about? Well, there's actually a really smart legal tool for exactly this situation. It's a way to use your valuables to get a loan without actually giving up ownership. It's called a pledge, and we're about to break down exactly how it works. Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in, right? You've got assets, but they're tied up in things with sentimental value, and suddenly you have an urgent expense. So what's the move? Well, this is the exact problem that the law of pledge is designed to solve. All right, to make this real, let me introduce you to someone. This is Ravi. And right now, Ravi's in a bit of a bind, and he needs some money pretty quickly. So here's what happens. Ravi takes his family's gold ornaments to the bank. Now, this is not a sale. He's basically saying, hey, hold on to this for me. This is my guarantee that I am absolutely going to pay you back. The bank says okay, gives him the 1 lakh rupees, and just keeps the gold safe and sound. This is a super common transaction. You see it all the time with things like gold loans. Now, what Ravi just did, that wasn't just some casual handshake deal. It was a formal legal act, and it has a very specific name. It's called a pledge. And here is the official legal definition. A pledge is the bailment of goods as security for a debt. Now, I know that word bailment sounds kind of heavy and complicated, but you actually do it all the time. Think about it. It's like when you leave your jacket at a coat check. You're handing it over for a specific reason, and you fully expect to get it back. With a pledge, that reason is simply to act as a guarantee for a loan. And this right here is the most important part of this whole thing. This is the key. When Ravi gave the bank his gold, he only transferred possession, meaning the bank is physically holding it. He did not transfer ownership. That gold still belongs to Ravi, 100%. And that's what makes a pledge totally different from a sale. Okay, so in the eyes of the law, these two parties get special names. Ravi, since he's the borrower who delivered the goods, is called the pawnor. And the bank, the lender who received the goods, is the pawnee. So just remember, the borrower is the pawnor and the lender is the pawnee. Now, because this is a formal legal agreement, it's not the Wild West. The relationship between the pawnor and the pawnee is guided by a really clear set of rules, specifically spelling out their rights and their duties to each other. So what exactly are those rights? Well, the law is designed to create a really careful balance here, making sure that the whole deal is fair to both the person borrowing the money and the person lending it. And here's how that balance works. On one side, you have Ravi, the pawnor. He has the absolute right to get his gold back, to redeem it, the second he repays the loan plus any interest. On the other side, you have the bank, the pawnee. They have the right to hold on to that gold until every single rupee of that debt is paid off. See, it's a two-way street. This is the big question, isn't it? It's the risk that comes with any loan. What happens if the borrower can't pay it back? What can the lender actually do? Well, the pawnee, in our story, the bank, has two very clear options. First, they can take Ravi to court for the money he owes, all while continuing to hold on to the gold as security. Or their second option is to just sell the gold to get their money back. But, and this is super important, they can only sell it after they give Ravi a reasonable heads up that a sale is about to happen. They can't just go and sell it behind his back. Okay, so we've covered the basics, the rights, and what happens if things go wrong. Let's wrap this up with a super simple trick to make sure you never forget these legal terms. Those terms, pawnor and pawnee, can be a little tricky to remember, but there's a really easy way to lock them in. Just think of the two P's, pawnor and pawnee. So here's how you break it down. Just think of the pawnor as the P pledges their property. That's our borrower, Ravi. Simple enough. And the pawnee? Well, they're the ones who protect that property until the loan is paid back. That's our lender, the bank. So, pledges and protects, that's all you need to remember to keep them straight. And there you have it. That's the law of the pledge, a really powerful tool that lets you unlock the cash value of your things without actually having to say goodbye to them. So that leaves us with one last thought. The next time you see a pawn shop, you'll know you're not just looking at some store. You're actually looking at the law of the pledge in action, right there in the real world.